Hi Taurus, welcome to your April 2019 tarot reading and energy forecast. Technically this was all of my these readings for this month, even though I am late, are supposed to be for the entirety of the month. So yes, I know we're in the middle of the month. Sorry, I'm lighting Palo Santo as I'm talking. I know we're in the middle of the month, but I have it in my mind to provide you with the entire month's worth of a reading. So, of course, you can take it how it applies in your life for all 4 weeks of April. And since we're in the middle of April, by the way, we're about to be leaving my season, Aries season, and heading into your season. So happy early birthday to all of you Tauruses out there. I love you guys very much. You guys, the Taurus people in my life, have absolutely been my grounding force. Those that have helped me stay grounded in this earth when I was a little too fiery or explosive, maybe. But before I get started, I just would like to apologize to all of you, as I've been doing for all of the signs, for missing, this is strong, for missing the last 3 months. I am going to do a separate video explaining all of that. It's just been an extremely hectic 3 months. The first 2 months of the year were very, very much not rooted, not grounded, not stable, which I know for sure you guys understand how horrible that can feel, but also how it can just totally take you away from yourself because you're trying to focus on so many different things at a time. It's sort of impossible. And so I do apologize, guys. And then last month, man, did that Mercury retrograde hit me hard, okay? Because yes, I'm Aries, but I am also, I'm primarily Gemini. My ruling planet in my chart is Mercury. I'm a Gemini rising, Gemini moon. I know you guys don't care, just feel like I need to explain myself. Sorry. Gemini rising, Gemini moon, and air, Venus, air, Mercury, air, North Node. So yeah, it was like very difficult. I felt like I was walking through mud that had been there and piled up for a while. So it wasn't smooth mud. It was pretty difficult to trudge through, okay? Anyways, so I'm going to start this the same way that I've started them in the past. For any of you that have seen the videos in the past and that are still subscribed to me, I thank you so much to those of you that are still subscribed to me, even through missing, like I said, January through March. I'm going to make it up to everybody, I promise. And again, I will have a video out very soon giving details for anyone that does care to know why. But anyway, so if you're new to my channel, welcome, and I'm so happy to have you here. What I do first is I shuffle for an archangel card from the Angels of Atlantis deck. And This is for the angel energy that will be surrounding you in this month, or that has been technically surrounding you this month. Angel that you can call upon when you're in need, as well as just basically an energetic message for you. Okay. Wow, very interesting. So this is the one card that I do read from the book for. Just to give everybody more clarity on exactly what this means. So you got two, and because it's your birthday month, well, it's the start of Taurus season, beginning soon. I'm going to take both of them because I do think that they have very special meaning. And I do want to say that Scorpio's video, by the way, which is your opposite sign, they didn't get this card. They got transmutation, but at the bottom of the deck was this card, which is so interesting because their entire reading was about balancing, but also about integrating their opposing energy, or the opposite to them energy, which is you. And I mentioned Taurus quite a bit in their reading. So if you've got Scorpio in your chart, or if you have any Scorpios in your life that are of importance, I would recommend watching the video. It is kind of long, but it's worth it. Okay, so Archangel Gabriel, inspiration. Okay. Inspiration. Take a deep breath and visualize your breath force as a beautiful blue light filling you. Gabriel will guide you to connect with the flow of the universe, with God's breath. When flow occurs thus, Gabriel removes the tensions and holding points that have prevented you from creating love and joy in your life. Inspiration means to be influenced by the divine, and if you can take several moments to enjoy Gabriel's breath as your breath, relaxation will abound, and creative ideas will swiftly flow into your consciousness. Therefore, allow stillness to facilitate the flow. Pushing doesn't allow, it merely creates resistance. Chant Ra Amen, R-A-A-M-E-N, 3 times. 3 times for the channel of angelic inspiration to remain open and yet protect yourself with a golden light around your aura as you move through the business of life. Thereby, you will protect the exquisite vulnerability of your soul's truth. Wow. I feel like I've never actually read the book meaning of this card, even though, yes, I've received it for many readings in the past, as well as for myself. For some reason, I don't recall reading this. This is really beautiful. And it goes, I gotta say, it goes kind of perfectly with this. With intention, Sandalphon. So it's setting the intention, and this person looks like, of course, they're meditating, they're doing yoga. A lot of yoga work is breath work. So absolutely setting the intention to allow yourself to be inspired. And as they say in the book, inspiration means to be influenced by the divine, which is exactly right, because inspiration breaks down to being in spirit. So it's like, truly, it's like your spirit is fully within you. That's the way I always see it. You're something has awakened you, something has sparked you to the point where your soul decides it wants to be all here, because I do think that sometimes we're not all in our body at once, especially with the way the world and life is today in these times. So that is very interesting, especially if we're not breathing properly. That's something I definitely know for sure, because we can't think clearly when we don't breathe properly. It's actually funny. I was talking to a family member of mine the other day about that. That sometimes throughout the day, I'll just catch myself almost sounding like I'm sighing, and I'm not sighing, you know. I guess my body is just letting me know it needs more air. So anyways, so let's read the second card. I wasn't going to read the second card, but since it does apply, I feel, I am going to read it for you. So, okay. This is the primary card though, so this will be the one primarily on display. You will have this in mind. And I just want you to know that at the bottom of the deck, you have intuition, which again, perfectly goes with the two cards that came out for you. All right. So, sorry, all of a sudden doing this reading, I am like so itchy out of nowhere. I don't know what that's about. Maybe you guys are having skin problems. You could be having hives. You could be having eczema breakouts. But what I want to say about that as well is that a lot of times skin issues correlate to a boundary issue and a need to set boundaries. Because if we think of what our skin is, it is the boundary between the outside world and what's inside of our body, you know, our inner flesh. So, okay. Sandalphon, intention. Drawing this card means Sandalphon is asking you to make a list of your many expectations, as these are the seeds of your intentions. Thought creates reality, and so by revealing this card, you are being asked to truly specify what you intend and to place a purpose to that intention. From clearly defined purpose, your experience is route. The angels want you to experience love, joy, and success. Therefore, visualize yourself and your intimates in gratitude, joyously experiencing the outcome of your intention. This is the kernel from which abundance grows. Chant Hay, Hay, in praise of the joy that you feel. Exactly. Yes. Every day, you know, I believe as human beings, it is our duty to choose to try and see the brighter side, okay? Because there is a lot of ugly in the world. There always has been. But there's a lot of beauty and a lot of light as well. And we can focus on the dark, or we can choose to try and see the light in all situations, in every moment, every day, no matter what is going on in our life. And that's not to say to ignore the dark, of course. We definitely don't want to ignore our own shadows, particularly. But we also can acknowledge all of the beautiful things in the world and all of the beautiful things probably in our own life that we can be grateful for. Simply, if you are somebody who has all of your senses, even if they're not perfect, even if your vision is not perfect or your hearing is not perfect, if you have the ability to do any of those things, you are very lucky, right? We are all very lucky if we are able to do those things. If you are somebody who has your limbs, you are very lucky, very blessed. Not everybody does. So those are things I think of every day and that I'm grateful for. Because not everybody is. So, not to say that they're not lucky, but I would imagine it's very challenging to walk through the world being different in that way. Only because the world is not set up to accommodate always, in all places, in all situations, for people that are unique in that way, unfortunately. Hopefully one day it will be so, but as of now, it's only a few places and in a few ways that the world has accommodated people that have unique things going on with their physical bodies, okay? But for a lot of them out there, a lot of people out there, that has not stopped them from moving forward. And I sometimes think to myself, man, I need to really, what am I doing? You know? Like, what am I doing? So-and-so can't see, okay? So-and-so can't see the world. Yet they walk through it every day fearless, as if they've got all bodyguards surrounding them. And they can do anything in the world, and they see color in their world. They see beauty and truth. They see what everything they would like to see in their world, you know? And that's just beautiful to me. That's just such an incredible, amazing thing to me. And the thing is, we all have that ability. We all have that power. I think that we forget sometimes, actually, because of the fact that we can see, for some of us. Anyway, I don't know where that tangent came from. I apologize. Let's get into it. Holy crap, it's already 17 minutes in. Oh my goodness. I might cut this, but we'll see. Okay. Let me warm my hands up with my fiery self. Okay. So again, for those of you that have watched my videos before, then you know that I use several decks usually for Mind, Body, Spirit, several different oracle decks, in which I then clarify each card that I receive for Mind, Body, Spirit, and Love with tarot. But for this, I'm trying something different out for this month, where I'm using one oracle deck for all 4 weeks of the month, okay? It's a deck that I bought for my birthday. It's called Trust Your Vibes Oracle. And by the way, all of the decks that I use today, of course, will be listed in the description box below. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just kidding. No, but I'm not kidding about the fact that they will be listed. So we're going to try this out and see how you like it, see how it works. And if you do like this better, if you prefer this method or mode of working, then please do let me know. But we'll see. I might not do this next month. We will just see. I'm just trying something different. Okay. Taurus. Oh, wow. That was very fast. Holy crap. What the hell? Weren't we talking about skin and I'm so itchy? Jesus. Stay in your own skin, first week of April. So what's this about, Taurus? I think that this is actually, oh wow, this is very much exactly already what came through in the Archangel cards. This is 100%, I believe, about absolutely staying in your body, sitting with yourself, rooting, feeling into your own body, because as well as seeing through your own eyes. Look at this. We have a window here. We have a chair, which to me represents sitting in your skin, rooting yourself. We have some roses, so growing yourself, choosing to grow yourself. We have a float as well as an anchor. Interesting. And the number is 26, which definitely says a lot to me, because what that represents, of course, when you break those numbers down, equals 8, and that is the number in numerology of authority, of power, of running your own life, okay? And that is something very true, is that when we are in our own skin and we choose every day to commit to our own selves, not somebody else, not try and please anybody else, try and only please ourselves first. And that's not to say, don't care about others, but we must care for ourselves and be in ourselves, to know ourselves, to grow ourselves. That's how we find the most success of whatever success means for us, because it's unique for every being. But that's very interesting, especially again because what I was saying about itching. And then we have here again, just like what the intention card said about breathing, underlying this is share a breath. Share a breath. And what I always see with this, it may not mean the same thing for you when you look at this card. These are much more intuitive cards. For me, though, this means sharing your thoughts, communicating, sharing your words, communicating truthfully, honestly, from within, from what's really you. Who are you, and what do you have to say? Say it. Again, I'm going to clarify these with tarot as well, but all right, so second week for Taurus. Well, that was kind of sloppy, but yeah. What happened in the second week for Taurus this month of April? I would recommend also, Taurus, I am so itchy, holy crap, and I was like totally fine before starting this video. Wow. Like it's almost a distraction. It is a distraction. Oh, I'll try and stop. Maybe that's going to help me. Okay. I would recommend also for those of you that are having problems with your skin, or maybe even having any health things going on at the moment, I would recommend looking into what metaphysical causes for physical pains are. There are several videos on YouTube about it. I think Higher Self, the channel Higher Self, has a really wonderful video that's really detailed but not too drawn out either. It's very interesting to me, at least. So I would check something like that out if you are wondering, because it's not just simply, it's definitely not ever. And I know this from experience. I know this from family experience as well as my own personal experience. With my physical body. It is never as simple as a Band-Aid or a pill to numb it away. No, that's never going to help. It's the same as if, like, say, for example, somebody, say we lose a hand, but we're not aware because we're focusing on something else, and somebody puts some numbing agent on our hand that's bleeding out, or the part of our arm that's bleeding out still. Is that helping us if they numbed our area of our arm? Or would it help if we actually fixed the issue, tourniquet, got this thing cleaned out, especially cleaned out, sewed up, we tend to it. We have to tend to it. We can't just keep pushing it down or pushing it away and letting it grow, because that's just what's going to happen. It's going to fester, and sometimes things like this, they'll explode, or before you know it, you've bled out. That's never good, and that's another reason why it is so important to stay in your own skin. I don't know where that's coming from, guys, but gotta take it. Okay, so the next card, second week. Be generous. More than anything, I see this as being generous, again, with your thoughts, your ideas, but also your emotion, your true emotion, sharing what you feel about for other people, especially, watering other people's, or filling other people's cups slightly. And I say slightly just because I mean don't ever fill anyone's cup more than your own. But always remember that it is a team effort in life. Everything we do, even this reading right here, is a team effort between you, the viewer, and me, the one reading for you. Because you may be interpreting things in a slightly different way, and I'm interpreting things the way that I'm interpreting them. So we are putting puzzle together, And that's the best way. That is the best way always to do it anyway. Okay. So now we're about the third week. So let's see what's going on here for you guys. Whoa. Wow. Call on your joy guides, Taurus. I think Leo got this card as well. I'm not sure. So we have Leos in your life. And actually, any Leo in your life may be your joy guide in a way. They may be kind of like what lightens your day, what brightens you up. Or perhaps it's more like that energy that can help to brighten you up. Shh. My dog is going to start barking. But this is simply having fun with your life. Being flexible, not being too rigid or stuck in any way. Jackson, that's my dog, sorry. Yeah, call on your joy guides, because that is the key to climbing the ladder, climbing the stairs of whatever it is that you want truly in your heart. Not what you think you want, not what your ego wants, but what you want, what your spirit wants, what the soul wants. Like I said again, we're going to clarify, but so far this is very interesting. All right, so the fourth week for Taurus. Last week of April for Taurus. What's going on for the last week of April for Taurus? I love Taurus people. My best friends in my life have always been Taurus. Oh my God, yes, play! My mom has a Taurus moon. One of my spirit guides is my grandmother that I never got to meet, who is my mom's mom, and is a Taurus, or was a Taurus. But anyway, and she was a Taurus born in the last week of April. Play. Exactly. If you're not sure what it is that you want in your heart, it's okay to play around with ideas. It's especially okay and especially important, actually, to go back to childhood. What did you love to do? I know you're not a child per se. We all are, actually. No matter how old we are, we're all children still, I believe. We all still have childlike hearts, hopefully. And if we don't, it's time to get that back. It's our duty to find that again, to find our heart again. What did you love to do as a child? What brought you the most joy? What made you feel alive? What makes you feel alive? Which, again, goes right back to this, staying in your own skin. What makes you feel like you're in your body and actually enjoying being in your body? What kinds of things, you know? Things that stimulate your mind. Things that truly make your heart flutter. Think of those things. And that's also what's going to balance you clearly. We have number 11 here, which I believe, I don't know if it was this card. I don't think it was this card, but Scorpio did get something that turned into 11, which then, of course, breaks down to 2, which is when I mentioned the second house being you, Taurus. Because what the second house is all about is your values. When we're looking at the zodiac and how it all plays out from 1st to 12th house, first house is spirit recognizing itself as a form. So it's Aries, the self, the baby. And then you finally realize yourself, you're in your skin, you're embodied. Now you play with that. You see what you value. You see what you love. It's on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. It's not personal. Very interesting. And there's a shield and a sword and some chains. And somebody pointing to the sun, as well as a dove, which doves always represent peace for me. So perhaps in your past, something has hurt you. Of course, we've all been hurt and we've all put up walls. But perhaps something's caused you to shield your heart so much so that you felt unable to enjoy things. You're not able to play and really feel happy, maybe. Maybe, for some of you. Perhaps some of you have felt like you're just going through the motions. And that's never fun. Okay, Taurus. So, because of the fact that I'm feeling so much of a perhaps there being some type of health situation going on, and it might not even be your physical health, but we're definitely having some type of, the energies that I'm picking up on, I'm feeling there are definitely some struggles with, I guess, staying in your body, staying in your own skin, and having fun playing within your own body. So I didn't do this for anybody else, but so what? Like I've been saying, these are all going to be different. Well, you may need to hydrate. And also, since it's coming up on your birthday month, I'm going to pull 2 of these healing cards, okay? This is one of my absolute favorite decks. I actually have not used this deck in quite a while, at least a few months, and I miss it. It feels so good to use. This is one of my absolute favorite artists, the person that illustrated this. Her name is Josephine Wall. So, Taurus. What are the 2 cards for Taurus? Interesting. Oh my gosh, and we were talking about Leo before. Taurus, strength. Strength. What I see absolutely Oh my God. Barriers. What? Oh, okay. Let's just get into this. What I was going to say is what I see with this card for some reason, beyond just the fact that, you know, the need for strength or to embody more of a strong energy, I actually see this more so as feeling okay and safe in the world to play, to open your childlike heart back up, to see the world again through the lens of a child. Because we have this child here, this child angel fairy being flying on this strong, powerful tiger, and they've got not a care in the world. So it's like as if to live life as if you've got this tiger with you at all times. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing can touch you. And you can even go, shh, Jackson! Oh, sorry. I have a obnoxious, I'm just kidding. He's not obnoxious. He's trying to protect Jackson! So a dog made an appearance in this reading. That may be of significance for you guys. Jackson! Jackson! For Scorpio, my cat was going crazy, making all kinds of funny noises and wanted to definitely make an appearance in their video, so that had significance for sure. It actually completely had a roundabout Jackson roundabout significance. So it may be the same for you. For cats, it's more so about embodying, and I'm going to look up dogs just to double check. Dog, ta-da. For cats, it is more so a need for independence, as well as to embody more of your feminine energy, whether you're male or female. However, the dog, it says when dog bounds is your spirit animal, oh my God, its gifts are awareness and the power to protect. Dog as a totem animal is for those who love unconditionally. Whistle for dog is your power animal when you need, oh my God, when you need to remember it's okay to play. Are we kidding here? See, I love this. I love when this kind of thing happens. Look at that. And now how funny would it be if at the end of this reading I pull your animal oracle card and it's a dog? It doesn't have to be, but that is really funny. Wow. Advice from a dog. I'll stop this in 1 second. This is how I work. If you don't like it, you can go to another channel. Just saying. Advice from a dog. Be loyal. Delight in the simple joys of a long walk. Unleash your talents. Hide your favorite snack. Make new friends. Learn new tricks no matter your age. When loved ones come home, always run to greet them. How sweet is that? Yeah, and so this is pretty perfect as well, that this shows up after the dog, advice from the dog, because I was going to say about Jackson, I was going to say about this card that it's like you have when you live like this child being, it's like you've got the ability to fully express yourself as well in every emotion, because the moon here is like right there. So full moon right there with this child. And it's got the strength, the tiger, as its support. So it's happy. It's able to express whatever it's feeling in the moment. I mean, this little child being looks like it's having a complete blast. And what I was going to say about this moon advice from the moon. Live life to the fullest. Be someone to look up to. Don't be fazed by difficulties. Take time to reflect. Enjoy a little space. Honor the cycles of nature. Light up the night. Wow, that's so perfect. I love that. Okay. So you got strength. You got strength, and underlying that is barriers. So it's almost as if it's saying the strength comes actually, and you become a stronger person when you actually know that you can let down your guard. And the number 4, well, it's 13, but the number 4 is what 13 breaks down to. And that, of course, is the number signifying home and your stability and your structure. And what was I saying about this child being on top of the tiger as its structure, or as its base, its stability? That's not going to fall, you know? Well, I feel also, because this is a similar image, that's something to do with your barriers or your walls or your blocks may have to do with the home. And it could be something from your childhood. Maybe not, but it could be. And it also could be something that occurred within the home in your adult life. Whatever it may be, it's something to do with those values and the structure of how you were built up or put down, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know, but what it's saying is that it's okay now. Spirit is telling you it's okay to let that guard down, especially because Spirit wants to give you this inspiration. It's urging you to stay in your body. Stay in your body. Just try and feel and breathe through it. It's uncomfortable, for sure, when you first come to the realization that maybe you haven't been in your body for a while fully, or maybe you've abandoned yourself through whatever, maybe medication to numb something or alcohol, whatever. But when you come to that realization and you try to stay in your body consciously, you'll find that, yes, it's extremely uncomfortable at first. It's very weird to be so hyper aware of everything. However, you breathe. Again, breathe through it. You breathe. When you find yourself getting anxious and your heart's starting to beat extremely quickly, to the point where you can kind of see the pulse in your neck, right? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and ground yourself, and make it your mission. Make it, something that is a goal, just like anything else. Any other goal that you have, you're trying to win at something or whatever, trying to win a game. Well, this is similar. You can see it that way. It's a test, in a way. A test that you're really, Spirit, you, is giving yourself. The God within you is giving you this test. And the God within you is also above you, watching over you. It's the larger scale version of you. And the way I always see this is that you can imagine your soul, your spirit, above you, watching as though they already know everything about this life and what came before and what's to come after, depending on which paths you choose. You can go off course very far, or you can reroute yourself. And of course, your soul, your spirit, is going to try and help you with that. And sometimes that's where dis-ease or disharmony in life comes from. But either way, you can imagine your soul, your spirit's looking over, looking over you as though you are, in the physical you, is the child that forgot who they are. And if you stumble, your spirit wants to help you. The angels are helping you. They're always around you, always. There are like no ifs and buts about that. Don't care what anybody says. Okay. Let me stop with my tangent. Okay, so the next card you got, guys, regarding your health or regarding your physical body is vibration. Absolutely. Vibration. Your vibration is contributing to whatever is going on that you maybe are wanting a change or wanting to change in your life. And it has to do with your mental repetition. What are you allowing? Jackson! Shh! Hey! What are you allowing to grow in your head? What are you allowing to think about over and over? And again, I think I said this before. Did I say this earlier? I believe I did. And if I didn't, I'll say it again. You can choose to reroute your thinking, and you can choose to see the light or the nicer things. You can choose to feel the nicer things by all of your senses that you are blessed to have, if you have them all. And if you don't have them all, take a look at the ones that you do have and cherish those. Make it your mission to, if you have a good sense of smell, to make sure that everything smells so good to you. You know, you get laundry detergent that smells the way that makes you feel happy. You get fresh flowers, or you plant some beautiful smelling flowers. Whatever you can do to improve your sensory input is what's going to absolutely help with this, as well as helping others. When we do acts of service, I'm going to take these out of the way. When we do acts of service, that is the best way we can raise our vibration, truly. It instantly will raise our vibration because it instantly takes us out of our own head. Okay. So now that we did that, let us clarify these cards, okay? I'm going to be using a tarot deck now to clarify these, and all of these decks will be listed in the description box below, like I said before. And you know what? I'm going to light a little bit more of this Palo Santo before I do this. Clear the air a bit more. Take some deep breaths. Let us connect here. I don't know where I got this from either. I just thought of this. If you're somebody who's very sensitive to the vibrations in a home or in a space, say you're extremely empathetic and perhaps highly sensitive, and maybe you pick up, if you walk into a room and your family members or your friends or whoever, or your colleagues, maybe you can sense if there's a lot of, and I just, for some reason, feel out of breath. So that's really weird because I'm not even doing anything. Yeah, so it's like it sucks the life out of you. You feel depleted maybe. You feel tired from this negative energy. Well, a great way to help yourself clear that is doing, of course, things like this. You can sage your home, you can use Palo Santo, you can play certain frequencies, okay? Because it's proven, it is scientifically proven that certain frequencies change the waves in our brain, from gamma to delta to beta, etc., okay? That's just a wonderful way to clear the space. Taurus. Please clear this for Taurus. We want very accurate, clear messages for Taurus. The Tauruses that I am reading for and picking up on. Picking up what I'm putting down. Don't know where that's coming from, sorry. Sometimes I'm goofy. Alright. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, if you don't mind. That is some very powerful Palo Santo right now. Wow, guys. In case you didn't notice, it was not burning this powerfully when I first began the video. So that definitely means something. It might be because we're getting deeper now. We're going to the root, and it might feel a little weird, okay? So it's okay. You are safe here. I promise. My goal is to help anybody out there that needs it to find clarity and to find peace and to find balance and harmony, especially, which is what will bring you clarity and peace. Okay, stay in your own skin. So I guess I'm going to do, I'll do 2. No, I'm thinking that actually, I don't know why, but I'm getting 1 clarifier per card for you. So that is what we shall do. What? What? Okay, Taurus. Well, can I just say that you got some really good energy here? This is literally known as the Wish card in traditional tarot. It is the 9 of Mirrors here, but it's the 9 of Cups in the traditional tarot. And what was I saying about playing, about childlike fun and the childlike heart? And of course, Cups represents emotion as well. Definitely getting out in nature will help you with that connection. If you've never tried, I would definitely suggest grounding yourself by literally walking barefoot in grass, of course, clean grass, but walking, so that you're not distracted by whatever, but grass that you feel comfortable walking in. And if not that, if you're near any beaches or anything like that, walk in the sand. That's a very good way of grounding yourself as well. Grounding and purifying. Especially if we're talking about emotion here. But not only is the 9 of Cups the Wish card in tarot, it's also, I'm itchy again, oh my goodness. It's feeling true joy. It's strengthening all of your relationships. You're truly exactly this. Staying in your skin is going to provide you with this feeling of being able to live in the moment, letting your worries be, just let them go. Let them go in the past. Allowing yourself to enjoy things, not feeling guilty or ashamed of anything that you're enjoying. And this as well. Nine of Cups literally applies to the second week or the second card as well, because it's showing generosity to others as well. It's balance. It's, feeling extremely comfortable in your own skin. And what do we have here? At the bottom of the deck is Merlin, or the hero in traditional tarot. So that's what's underlying this. And this is, of course, the beginning of the major arcana, the Fool's Journey, which is not a bad thing when I say fool. What I mean by that is the wanderer, the open-eyed explorer, the person walking through the world, walking through the world or walking through life with, again, the wonder and curiosity of a child. So for this Be Generous card, we have the Seven of Scrolls, which is the Seven of Swords in traditional tarot. Now, I'm sorry, but does this look positive to you? It doesn't have to be negative, because it can be having the confidence to go for what it is that you want, no matter what. But what I see more than anything about this, I'm thinking, is that perhaps maybe you've stopped being generous with your emotion, perhaps maybe because of being betrayed in the past, or particularly being deceived. Or I think as well, especially with this imagery of this card, not the traditional tarot's card, but this card, I think it's more of a self-deception. Like you chose, or you think you chose, the wrong door, so you don't trust yourself. Therefore, you don't feel comfortable even indulging, maybe, or even being generous with yourself. Yeah, because this is also like, it can be plans that that failed, or failed, but that didn't go the way that you had hoped they would go, or that you had envisioned or imagined them to. And so, I mean, this person looks ashamed. They're looking down and they don't know. I almost feel this is pretty much more intuitive rather than the meaning, but I'm feeling as if whoever I'm reading for, whoever I'm picking up on, some of you are feeling like you have to repeat something. You just have to keep doing the same thing, or you have to choose this door because it's the same door you chose before. And maybe you don't deserve to choose this other door that is something that could be a new experience for you, and a very beautiful one at that. And the scroll underneath this, or underneath him, I believe, to me, it's like it represents the story of whatever had happened prior. And this is why you're choosing this door again, is because you're standing on that. You're still holding that. You're still holding on to that. But I see for this, just like with the other cards we had, is to have the strength to turn around and turn to this door. Choose the road less traveled by you. Choose the door that maybe you don't know what's there. And that's scary, sure, but it's also very exciting because your brain has not done this pattern before, meaning there's more room for manifestation. There is more room for you to choose the good over bad thinking. If you choose this door again, you already know the track. You've been there, so everything you're going to come across again for a second or third or whatever round this is, your brain already has downloaded that thing, or you've experienced it, so it's kind of implanted something in you, and each time you experience the thing, it's going to be a pre-programmed response somewhat. And you can choose to try and change that, of course, and you can do that, but it is a little more difficult. And why do that when life is so short? And sometimes we want to experience something different. Life is not meant to be Groundhog Day. Okay? Absolutely not. Clearly somebody in your soul family, your spiritual guides, your ancestors, your angels clearly wanted you to see this and this as underlying this. This is Psyche, the world, which is coming full circle, completion, finding your personal victory and your success, as well as clearly freedom. Look at this, freedom. And I feel the reason it's called Psyche is because exactly that. Your psyche, your mind, is absolutely what will free you. And then underlying this is your mind can influence your emotions, and especially your subconscious mind. This is deep waters. This is things that you haven't wanted to look at in years, perhaps, because they were so painful, maybe. But what you don't realize, maybe, is that every decision, every day of life, every way that you feel is governed, in a sense, by this, by those deep things that you may have let sink down and you don't want to look at them. They're still there. And if you find the strength to turn around and face the thing and just look it square in the eye and say, you can't hurt me anymore, but I understand what this was all about, and you can grow from it, you can get inspiration from it, whatever the thing was, or the person, or whatever it was, or you even, if you maybe made a mistake, you can forgive yourself. We all do. We all make mistakes. And we're changing every day if we're allowing ourselves to, and if we're growing. So, calling on your joy guides. Let's clarify that now. For Taurus. Oh, did we not get this before? We did, underlying this card. Merlin or the hero. The hero, but the hero is also the fool. So how about that? The hero is the fool. Why? Because the hero takes the leap of faith regardless, is not thinking about the things that may have occurred in the past that would prevent them or make them hesitant to leap. They're doing it anyway. And therefore, They're that wizard. They're wise for doing that. They're a magician because of that. And there's a cat here, which again tells me they are their own authority, the power and authority of their life. Independent. Nobody has reins on them. This is absolutely so in sync and aligned, because this card underlying that is the Ace of Stones or the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new beginning in the physical realm. So anything tangible, that can be literally your physical body, or that can be financial. It can be your love life, but all things physical, okay? So this is really telling me a lot. Wow. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. So we end out with 2 major arcana cards. That's amazing. And then these 2 cards were clarified by 3 major arcana cards. So wow, Taurus, you really have some energies contacting you, wanting to make themselves known, the presence known. So you have the Chariot to clarify play. Again, if you've been feeling maybe stuck or blocked, stagnant. Hi. Hi, Mama. Ada. Say hi to Taurus. It's my cat. She just came from her nap. Say hi. Well, she's not as vocal this time. Maybe she will be. But it's still interesting. She just came right as I'm pulling the Chariot card, which is the card of movement. Right? You're so precious. The card of movement, but also the card of the sign of Cancer, which is another feminine energy. It's also Cancer's ruled or represented by the moon. And what did we have clarifying this? The world and the moon. So some of you may have Cancer moon sign in your chart. But more than anything, this is like saying playing is going to bring you back in touch with your heart, your emotions, your moon, the waters. It is going to inspire you. And it is going to bring that flow back, bring the movement back. It's going to raise your vibration, which is going to bring the manifesting into your life. It's going to make you realize all along how the energy of everything moves. Because we're always interacting. Even if we're alone in a room, we're interacting because we're interacting with the energy in the room. The air that we're breathing contains so much energy. The air that is just around our body is our energy, our aura interacting with that air, that energy. So clearing your aura as well. But that's 100% what I see. Taurus. Especially because underlying that is the Queen of Mirrors, or the Queen of Cups, which in this deck is titled the Watcher. She's the wise observer of her emotions. She's comfortable with her emotions. She can express them eloquently, tactfully when she needs to, because she knows when she needs to and how to express that. And through that energy, she also receives deep wisdom and inspiration, which the owl represents. Particularly that deep wisdom, that wisdom from the ethers. I mean, look at what the inspiration card shows you. A beam straight down to the earth. That's amazing. She's also grounded, though. She's got this old tree that's still there, sturdy, right behind her, holding the owl up. And the full moon behind her and the tree and the owl. And how many times have we seen the theme of full moon already here? 1, 2. Oh, wait, is it here? Yes, it's here as well. Or is that the earth? I can't tell. It's either the moon or the earth. Whatever. It's there. Cancer card, the moon. We had the moon clarifying this. And this actually, could be considered the moon beaming down inspiration to you on the earth. So whatever your moon sign is, I would definitely suggest to work through that. Research your moon sign. Research the things that it represents, the things that it means to and how it interacts with your sun sign and your rising sign, primarily. Especially if your moon sign is a water sign. Well, no matter what it is, and if you don't know it, you definitely should look it up, okay? Absolutely. Definitely get more into astrology. I always say that I feel astrology, if people understood astrology and truly believed in it more, if like more of the world or more of the world truly understood and believed in astrology and the magic as well as the science of it. And it's complicated. Astrology is not a joke. It is a true science. Well, I believe that if they understood it, wow, it could save lives. Oh my God. Guys, I was just shuffling for your animal totem. This is the animal that you likely will notice in April, or you will somehow have a connection to. You'll notice it especially when you're thinking of something that you're trying to work out, to try and understand in your mind. You will either hear the animal, you'll see it, you can see it on the television somewhere, you can see it in the clouds, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is that you will recognize it as what it is, which is you got horse. Now I'm going to put this here so you can screenshot it if you'd like to have the meaning on hand. Hopefully you can see that. It's not too glared. Okay. The horse. The symbolism of the horse is friendship, wisdom, and strength. A horse is a kind, intelligent beast that has frequently been associated with propitious events. In the Chinese zodiac, horse people are friendly, adventurous, and passionate. In Greek mythology, the winged horse, Pegasus, was the source of inspiration and poetry. Inspiration! Horses have also been associated with sexuality or fertility. In the Hindu Ramayana, the king Dasaratha asks the gods to grant him a son, and to please them, sets a magnificent horse free for 1 year. Upon the horse's return, Dasaratha receives word that he will have 4 sons. 4. Stability, structure, home. The structure that supports you. 4 sons. All of whom become the incarnation of the god Vishnu, the preserver of life on earth. Wow. The horse in the painting, titled Age of the Avatar, recalls the magnificent horse of Ramayana. The Hindu word avatara, parentheses, descent to earth, refers to Vishnu's ability to assume an earthly form. Exactly. So this also, the wisdom that this speaks of is knowing who you are, your magic, that you, just like us all, that we had the ability, we had the strength and the willpower to come here, to pull all of our energy into this body, which is not an easy feat. And here we are to experience this life, in all ways, to play, to learn, to interact with others, to give, to receive. But we should never forget our divinity. Wow. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the cat, of course. Symbolism, independence, magic, abundance. The cat is well known for its independent character. In the Egyptian hierarchy of beasts, it was a supreme being. The divine mother of all cats was the goddess Bast, as depicted in this painting, an earth mother and deity of life and abundance. The Greeks associated cats with the goddess Artemis, the huntress and virgin goddess of what? The moon. The moon. The Roman version of Artemis was Diana, who was known for witchcraft, aka being a magician, being the master manifester, the ruler of your life. What did I say too about this cat here? Independence, the authority of your life. Whew. Wow, Taurus. I hope that got you. I hope that helped you. Whoever I was reading for, it was a very powerful reading. I love you guys very much. If you've got any questions, any concerns, anything like that, or if you'd like a personal read, of course you can comment. It's better for personal reads if you email me though. But if you've got any questions, you can comment or email me. The email is ariatruth@gmail.com. Excuse me. All of the decks are listed in the description box. And I am hopefully going to have videos for every sign again this month, just maybe a small clip to see where the energy's at for everybody. But beyond that, I'm going to see you guys in May, all right? And I will be on time next time. And again, I'm sorry for missing the last 3 months. Love you guys, and I hope that everything is wonderful. I hope you have wonderful birthdays. If I don't see you before then, happy birthday. And yeah, just remember, you're strong enough. You're powerful enough to be here. So choose to be here while you're here. All right? All right, love you guys. Bye.